What's up, guys? I'm EJ, and this is Kendall here. And today we'll be talking about our top 5 NBA Rookie of the Year candidates for the 2019-2020 NBA season. Kendall, we love talking about college players, rookies. This is a big portion of our YouTube channel. We spend time at the Vegas Summer League watching some of these guys play, so it should give us a good perspective of who we think will have really standout rookie years this upcoming season.
Yeah, time in the Summer League and spent various amounts of time scouting these guys, in college, even high school. We followed these guys for a while. At number 5, I've got my boy Jarrett Culver from Texas Tech, Minnesota Timberwolves now. Guy we didn't see in the Summer League. That's kind of a theme with this rookie class. A lot of these guys did not play in the Summer League. Jarrett Culver was traded, so I guess they decided to sit him out. I don't know why, I don't know. But
we're still trying to figure out what the deal is. Nobody playing in the Summer League.
He didn't know the Summer League playbook. My apologies. But yeah, Jarrett Culver, before pre-draft, I had in my top 4. He's my number 1 shooting guard, ahead of R.J. Barrett. I feel like he's a guy that, when we talk about the situation he's in, yes, we didn't see him in Summer League. I love using Summer League to evaluate these guys, but he is a guy who I think can step in right away. In the Minnesota Timberwolves right now, he looks like he could project as a starting shooting guard. Him and Josh Okogie are going to be battling for that spot. And the Timberwolves could, in theory, be a playoff team in the Western Conference, so I think Jarrett Culver could be a guy that could get that Rookie of the Year nod in the Donovan Mitchell mold, I would imagine. But at number 4, I'm sticking with another guy that I liked pre-draft, you liked as well, your boy Rui Hachimura out of Washington. Rui is a guy that, we liked pre-draft.
Yep.
We thought he was a mature prospect, who had a lot of experience playing internationally and playing for Gonzaga. He's a polarizing prospect in the scouting community, but I think Rui showed at Summer League that he definitely has some game. And I think some of the basketball IQ issues that people had with Rui or concerns were alleviated a little bit. And then if you watch how Rui has been playing in the lead up to the FIBA World Cup, and it's clear that when he plays with Japan, he's a different player.
Absolutely.
The numbers he's putting up against some of these other countries, it's clear that Rui Hachimura seems primed for a big season with the Washington Wizards, and then the opportunity is going to be there. Yeah. The guy ahead of him right now in Washington is Davis Bertans. If they didn't draft Rui to have him sit behind Bertans all season.
Sure.
So he's gonna have the opportunity to play. He'll be Bradley Beal's number 2 since John Wall was hurt. So plenty of opportunity for Rui Hachimura. I think he has a very good shot to win Rookie of the Year. And this is a wide open group, by the way. There are guys not on the list. I think have a very good shot at winning it. But you can only pick 5. At number 3, going my boy Tyler Herro out of Miami. I know it's a little bit of a surprise pick right there. I think Tyler Herro at Summer League showed he's going to be one of the more NBA-ready prospects from the get-go. You're talking about another guy I mentioned, Donovan Mitchell, who I think will be playing in the playoffs absolutely, and I think could be starting for a playoff team come April. And given Deion Waiters he'll be competing with, and Waiters will have the initial go, but Waiters an injury waiting to happen, unfortunately. And it's one of those situations where if Pat Riley wants Tyler Herro in the starting lineup, he's proven that he has some game. In the Summer League, he was, for me, the most impressive guy that we saw play consistently throughout both Vegas and Sacramento. So I think he's got ample opportunity to light up the NBA season this year. I think he can be a 15-point scorer in Miami. So I'm very excited about Tyler Herro. Number 2, we've got Ja Morant, another guy we did not see play at Summer League, but I feel very good about Ja Morant. I think he has a very dynamic game, and I think him playing with Jaren Jackson could be a movie this year in Memphis. It should be very exciting to watch. And for me, 1 and 2 were splitting hairs. I really, really considered Ja Morant. We just didn't see him enough at Summer League, and we really didn't see much of the number 1 guy, who is Zion Williamson, who played 10 minutes, and then an earthquake happened, and then they shut him down. Zion, I think he'll have the opportunity. I think he's the real deal for the most part. The only thing that worries me is injuries, but Ja Morant also had knee surgery, so am I going to really dock him but not Morant? He's also a slightly built guy. Zion's a little bigger. I think it's an interesting, comparison between the two, but I think I lean Zion for all the reasons everyone knows. Again, opportunity, ability, hype, I think he's obviously the favorite for me.
I think you did a good job there at the end of touting what, to me, the qualifications are. You're looking at opportunity, skill level, ability to win, and hype. I think those are pretty much the four things that kind of make up a Rookie of the Year. Now, sometimes winning can be difficult if you're on a really bad team, but being on a winning team can help you a great deal. So, that being said, I'm starting off with number 5. I have Tyler Herro at 5. I think the opportunity for him to potentially win was something that I looked at, the Miami Heat. Not a great team, but a team in a really bad Eastern Conference. Could they sneak into playoff contention? I don't think that's impossible. The Eastern Conference, again, once you get past pretty much 6 or 7, it's pretty much flip a coin in terms of who's going to be those last few teams.
It could be even 5, honestly. 4 or 5.
Yeah, possibly. But to me, Herro, I was so impressed with how he played in Summer League. And I'm not someone who wants to put so much into Summer League and just, say, oh, Summer League, he was incredible, therefore he's got to be Rookie of the Year. But I just feel like his poise, I just feel like his shooting ability, and I think playing with other veteran players will help him a lot.
And a veteran coach.
And a veteran coach who I think will tell him, what it's going to take to compete on an NBA caliber team like the Miami Heat, a team that's going to be trying to compete for a playoff spot. I think Jimmy Butler could be a decent vet for him. I know Butler can kind of get a little crazy, but I think that having a guy like him, that kind of intensity, I think it will be a good player to rub off on someone like Herro, who I think sometimes could use a little more of that fire, a little more of that, dog, so to speak. But the kid, he can shoot, he can handle, he can pass. Offensively, outside of subpar athleticism, I really can't point to a big weakness. So I think he's having a really solid rookie year. So he's my number 5 guy. Number 4, I have a guy that you did not mention at all. New York Knicks, RJ Barrett, Duke University.
How did you forget about him?
I don't know how you forgot about him. I mean, look, the beginning of the summer league, as we said on our podcast, on our video a couple months or last month, was rough. There was no question about it. He struggled in those first 2 games, but I thought the last 3 games we saw, I started to see how he works in the NBA. You got to run certain pin downs for him so he can get to his left side. I think he had to kind of adjust to the speed and understanding that, yes, you got to use your right hand at times. But I think when you talk about the traits of a Rookie of the Year, opportunity is a big deal. And I think with the New York Knicks being a team that likely will be a bottom feeder again, the opportunities are going to be there. Wayne Ellington, Reggie Bullock, who's injured, who we don't even know when we'll see him. These aren't going to be guys who are going to be blocking RJ Barrett from getting plenty of minutes at the 2-guard position. Trier is a very good player, but Trier also might get some combo 1 minutes. Right. So, and Barrett may actually end up getting some combo 1 minutes. Fizdale talks about that as well.
They have like 10 point guards.
The Knicks roster is obviously not constructed the way anybody would hope, especially Knicks fans. But I think Barrett's opportunity, I think his aggressiveness will give him a chance if he plays well. The playing well part is a question mark, but I'm not going to freak out over those 2 bad summer league games. I still think very highly of RJ. At number 3, I'm going with Rui Hachimura. We both really like Rui, and I think that his game is just tailor-made for the NBA. I don't understand how people could be down on him or how he fell to 9. He's just so polished. And sometimes we talk about what guys can't do, but I like when guys know what they're good at. And to me, yes, Rui's not going to be a guy who's going to be trying to shoot 30-footers. He's not going to be a kind of guy who's trying to be a point forward. Point forward rather. He knows what his game is. He knows he operates in the mid post, high post. He knows how to play. He knows how to get position. And what we did see in the summer league is when you leave him wide open, he can hit that wide open 3. He's been working on it clearly. He's strong. He's athletic, and he plays hard every night. I think that Rui's going to find his way into a really decent stat line because in the NBA also, if you have ability and you play hard, you find yourself into a 12 and 7 kind of stat line for a season. I see that kind of happen with Rui Hachimura. If John Wall gets back in the second half of the season or late in the season, now you got a guy who can maybe get in the rock. So I like Rui. I think that Rui has a chance to really make some noise. The Wizards are going to be so bad. That's the only thing is that, will they win enough for him to get that opportunity? But I think he's going to play well. Number 2, I'm going to go Zion Williamson. And I'm just a little concerned with just what we've seen from him this entire offseason. Just, whether it be the situation with him being out of shape and him being banged up a little bit. Lawsuits. Like, I think that it's just kind of been a lot. And I'm wondering in terms of how he'll come out of the gates. I think he might come out the gates a little slow. I think he'll have a great season, but I just think that slow start might end up, dooming him in terms of who the number one guy will be. And the number one guy I have is Ja Morant. I think that Memphis is going to be. I think they're going to be kind
in the West.
I think they're going to be kind of. I don't want to say the Kings of last year,
right?
But they're going to be a little below that. I think Morant and Jackson are going to be a really great tandem.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I just think Jackson was so much better. I thought he'd be solid, but he was so much better than I thought he would be. And I expect him to take a huge jump. And playing with Morant, and I think don't sleep on Brandon Clark being on that team too as another option for Ja Morant on the fast break. They're going to be fun. They're going to be exciting. Morant,
just Grayson Allen kicking people. I should have said that.
No, Grayson Allen will not contribute to Ja Morant's potential Rookie of the Year campaign. But I think he's going to have a big year. I think Ja Morant's going to have the opportunity, I think, for him is going to be the most out of everybody. The ball's going to be in his hands all the time. They're going to lose a lot of games. So I think that he'll be in a position to be out there. They're not going to be trying to throw out a veteran out there to take time from him. He's going to be able to learn. I think he's going to be electric. And I think that Memphis is going to be a team that's going to be fun to watch, even if they don't make the playoffs or compete, that closely for a playoff spot.
Yeah. So I mean, in terms of the guys that you left off, or the guy that I left off, I should say, that I really wanted on the list, I looked hard at Nickeil Alexander-Walker, a kid from New Orleans who obviously the depth chart having two other point guards on the roster.
Yeah, even like Josh Hart coming on the team now too. So the 2 spot is a little jammed.
But at the end of the day, it's survival of the fittest. It's whoever the cream rises to the top, and he looked better than Lonzo Ball ever has. I thought about Carson Edwards. I thought about Cam Reddish. Guys that sometimes the depth chart may not appear in their favor, but I think if they're really good, all it takes is one injury. All it takes is Kemba Walker might break his arm and be out for 3 months, and then Carson Edwards is starting point guard, and what happens in Boston, I don't know. But point being, those are guys that I think have an opportunity. But it should be an interesting race.
Yeah, I thought about Jarrett Culver. You had him on your list. He just missed it for me. I thought about DeAndre Hunter a little bit because I think the Hawks, in terms of winning, I think for high-end rookies, besides, of course, Zion, I thought that DeAndre, and I guess you throw Cam Reddish in there too, I think have the best chance to have a team that wins a lot more than people expect.
Garland is a complete unknown for me.
I could not even consider him because I don't know what I'm going to see from him. He could be great, but I'm not going to make that risk. I don't know where they're
playing him. I don't know. He played 5 games. He played no games in Summer League and 5 games in Vanderbilt, so I'm just not putting him on this list.
And I considered Kobe White too because of the other opportunity. I thought about opportunity as well.
He didn't look good in Summer League for me. Not that he didn't look good, but he didn't look Rookie of the Year good.
I know.
In Summer League, so.
But I mean, if we're doing a list of 5 guys, I felt if I was listing 5, continue listening,
he's a top 10 pick.
He would have been probably 7 or 8 if I was listening to all the guys I would have had in that ballpark. But Garland was much higher than was higher than him, and he would have been well below White if I was continuing my power rankings. But nonetheless, that does it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, you can catch all of our YouTube content here on New Generation Media. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and like this video. You can also catch all of our sports content for our podcasts on the New Generation Podcast Network, where we do New Generation Sports Talk every week. You can find that on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn. That's Kendall. I'm EJ. Take it easy, guys. Peace.